Hi, welcome to this reading. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading tonight, just asking Spirit what you need to hear most at this time. And I'm also going to pull a few cards from this Prism Oracle. I'm going to start with that actually. Well, we've got two coming out. We've got frustration and rest. Okay, let me get one more from this deck and then we'll pull some tarot. You may be feeling frustrated with something that you're trying to make work and it seems like the parts aren't fitting together. And Spirit's asking you to take a step back and just rest, because the answer is going to come when you are in a state of like calm and rest. And I know that's really hard to hear. I feel like one flipped. That's really hard to hear when you're frustrated and you're trying to figure something out. We also have pain. So yeah, and the cards frustration and pain, they look very, very similar here. You know, they've got like the little dots on the image and the colors are almost the same. It's kind of this like muddy sort of not very bright colors. So it's feeling kind of like it's weighing heavy on your energy. And yeah, so you're dealing with some kind of pain, some kind of frustration. And I'm even getting from this like tears, you know, like this looks like liquid falling. So and I'm just laughing because it's reminding me of I was getting ready to say this also looks like paint dripping. And today I was painting. I'm even wearing my little painting shirt. And I was getting frustrated because I'm a new painter and it was not turning out like I wanted. So there could be something here with like that kind of frustration. Like you're trying to learn something new and trying to just kind of figure out how all the parts work together. It does kind of feel like it's something like that, not something that's really heavy, but something that's more like kind of just a pain, like a pain in your ass. And Spirit's saying to rest and give it a rest. And sometimes that's the best thing to do, is to just walk away when something isn't working instead of trying to force something, right? So like this image here, like forcing a square peg into a round hole. Sometimes it's best to just kind of walk away. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Spirit, what do you want to say about this? Okay, wow. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Let me get a few more. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, of course, is about prosperity, wealth, family, community. Let me just get a few more here. We got Magician and the 10 of Wands coming out together. Yeah, that 10 of Wands feels like that frustration, like you're carrying like all these burdens. You might be carrying like a lot of responsibilities when it comes to family. So this 10 of Pentacles, I'm kind of feeling that. And the Magician says you have everything it takes to make something work with this frustration and this 10 of Wands. And it's interesting, this 10 of Pentacles, I put this down like right next to the rest card. Like see all this like green, how these cards sort of are going together. And it's kind of like just rest and enjoy time with your people, I'm getting. But also there may be something that is feeling frustrating now, but it's something that may result in something that's really successful. And you might be telling yourself stories like, you know, this isn't working, I can't do this, this isn't turning out the way I expected. This might be too difficult of a thing to take on. I don't know if I want to kind of just carry this sort of like this heavy load. Maybe this thing you're dealing with is feeling like it's going to be a lot of responsibility or a lot of work, is what I'm getting with the 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. 10s are also the end of a cycle. And on the 10 of Wands, traditionally, he's putting down the 10 wands. So it's kind of like that that decision or that call to like let go of some of that weight, that frustration. And Magician is also tied with creativity And again, just having like all the tools it takes to manifest something. And of course, the 10 of Pentacles is another card of manifestation, and it's manifesting a lot of abundance in your physical life, whatever that means for you. Okay, let's get a little bit more here. Like, things might be painful right now and frustrating, but with this Magician being here, I love that. It's like you're at the beginning of something, and the road may seem long to get there with the 10 of Wands. And like, I just keep being brought back to like my painting thing. Like, I have all these things in my mind that I want to paint. I can see it, but to actually translate that into something physical is really difficult, you know. And you may be thinking too far ahead, like, oh, this is going to be too hard, it's going to be too much work. And with this rest card being here, Spirit is saying, just like, chill. You have time. You don't need to rush this. Don't let this frustration turn into pain, and like emotional pain, and like, I'm seeing like tears. Like, did I say that in the beginning? I can't remember. Like, tears falling, you know. I wasn't crying when I couldn't figure out the painting, but you know, sometimes things make us so frustrated we just want to cry. So, all right, let's see what else comes out. Sometimes we feel like we want to pull our hair out, you know, like those kinds of sayings that we say when we get so frustrated. They often are things like pulling your hair out, you know, something that would be painful. Spirit saying, don't do that. Okay, the King of Pentacles is the next card out. Yeah, wow, we got the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Both of them are cards of success. And, you know, the 10 and the King, they're at the end of the, you know, you go from the Ace to the King, and the 10 and the King are at the end. And it's like, after this long journey, reaching success. And Pentacles are slow moving energy. And it's about being committed and being willing to put the hard work in. The King of Pentacles is willing to get his hands dirty, like literally, like, you know, with paint, and just willing to do whatever it takes, the hard work. Again, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's not afraid to work hard to achieve what he wants. Okay, Spirit, so what is your advice here? Oh, wow. We've got the Tower and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So the 9 of Pentacles, let me just talk about this first. Again, this is another like upper Pentacles. We now have 9, 10, and the King of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is like enjoying the fruits of your labor, and, you know, just really kind of basking in that satisfaction of a job well done. It came out with the Tower. Spirit, why is the Tower here? Let me just clarify that. Okay, wow. Okay, the High Priestess. Okay, so the 2 of Wands, and both of those are 2s. And the Page of Pentacles, another pentacle, another upper pentacle. So we've got 9 and 10, the Page and the King of Pentacles. We don't have the Knight here, but the 9 is similar. The 9 of Pentacles is similar to the Knight as far as like patience and like putting that time in. And the Page of Pentacles is an energy of like learning something new and having like inborn talent and skills in this thing, but you need to plant this seed and nurture it and grow it and put in the hard work. Like, whatever this is that is frustrating you, it is going to require hard work. I mean, with the 10 of Wands here, and all these pentacles, it's going to require hard work. And we've got the Magician also, which is like that first step in the journey. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Magician. So both of those are like beginner energies, like beginning this new journey. And you know, you've taken that first step. Magician's number 1. And again, he has all these tools at his disposal. So you are going to figure out like this creative, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely something with this 2 of Wands here. something that is like, you're going to grow it, and it's going to require your creativity and your ability to know like what tool to choose at the right time. And this is a very positive card. So this means that you will do that. You will pick the right tool for the right job, for the right moment, that sort of thing. So we've got the High Priestess and the Two of Wands and this Page of Pentacles clarifying the Tower. I feel like your intuition is just like really on point, and it's going to help you navigate this path. And with the Tower there, I feel like don't be so frustrated that you like burn it all down. I've had a similar message come through a couple of weeks ago in another reading where it was talking about like not giving up on something, and the Tower came out then too, and it was the same message about like, don't let this frustration turn into a Tower moment where, you know, you rip up the paper and you just throw it away, and you just, you know, throw your hands up in the air and say, I'm not doing this. I don't have what it takes to do this. You absolutely do. This is just something that is going to require hard work. And the High Priestess here is really interesting because Spirit's asking you to navigate this path that you really want. This is kind of looking at your options, but also making plans and like taking that first step. The Two of Wands can be a little bit hesitant, like he needs to actually like get into action here. And it's like you see the future, you're seeing, and maybe that's what this High Priestess is too. That's coming through now more. It's like seeing the future. Like, you know, intuitively, instinctually that this path is going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it. The Two of Wands is a very positive card. It's just like making progress in whatever you want to do, but you're at the beginning with this. Remember, we've got beginning cards here with the Page, the Magician, and the Two of Wands, and the Two of High Priestess is a 2 also, if you want to consider that kind of like beginner energy. And then we've got the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. So it's kind of taken you through this whole journey of a lot of hard work, but it's going to pay off because we've got this 10 of Pentacles here, this King of Pentacles. So you're creating something in the physical. And maybe for you, it is something like creative also, similar to painting, like creating some kind of project or some kind of work that you want to put out into the world. This is something physical that you're creating. And with the wands here, wands can be creativity. It could be something creative, but whatever it is, it's going to be really successful. The 10 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are both cards of big success. Okay, let's get one final, just like closing message, Spirit. What can they expect if they put this work in? 7 of Wands. Yeah, that's facing the challenges, learning how to overcome the challenges and not letting them stop you, like really fighting for this. This is something that you really want. Spirit saying this is worth fighting for. Let me get 2 more. Spirit, what do you want to leave them with? What message do you want them to know about this? Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, 5 of Swords. And then these came out together. The World, the 6 of Cups, and Judgment. I love these cards. Aren't they beautiful? I love that 6 of Cups. So, I mean, Judgment in the World, I mean, that is like serious success. Those are the last 2 cards in the major arcana. Again, it's like reaching a goal, a destination. The World is success, and it's like the success for hard work. This is like deserved success. And Judgment is, you know, and the 6 of Cups, this can be like deciding to put the past behind you. So, you know, with the 5 of Swords, you may have like struggled with things and battled with things in the past, similar to this, where you got really frustrated and angry. Sometimes this card for me is just feelings of anger, and goes with that frustration and that pain. And if that is kind of how you handled things in the past, you know, with like the tower, like, I'm just giving up, I'm just blowing this whole thing up, and I'm not going to do it. Spirit saying, just kind of revisit that with the past, and maybe with the high priestess here, you know, spend some time like kind of going within and looking at maybe like your subconscious patterns. Actually, something that just came through is like, this thing that you're trying to do is something you want to do because you did it in a past life. This high priestess judgment, 6 of Cups, is giving me this like past life feeling, and you can kind of tap into this. You've got these skills in you that you're carrying from past lives, and maybe even from like your ancestors, who may have had similar gifts and talents as you with this thing that you're trying to create. Call on them to almost be like guides for you in this. And judgment is like, I'm hearing like you're answering the call um, from your past, from your ancestors who are like encouraging you to do this, to stick with it, to not give up. And yeah, like going inside and kind of seeing like where these like moments of frustration and anger maybe come from. And that's going to be different for everybody. It's a very personal kind of thing. But if you can sort of be aware of that, it may help you move past the frustration and stick with things this time, and not give up, right? Face this challenge, all the obstacles, because you have everything it takes to make this thing happen. So take some rest and put things down when you get frustrated, but just make sure you go back to them and don't give up, because this is going to be really successful here. So we've got King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. You're creating something really amazing. And the 10 of Pentacles is like handing down, and also getting the ancestors again through this 10 of Pentacles, like this long legacy. It feels like you're bringing something back. I know this is kind of coming out at the end of the message here, but it's like you're bringing something back that was part of your lineage, some kind of gift or something, or talent. And your ancestors want you to continue this and carry this on. And then this will be something that your legacy leaves behind. So, all right, I think I'm going to leave the message there. I hope that resonated. If it did, I'd love to hear how. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.